Hi, my name is Jenny Lauren Dowden with Conduit News, here to talk about an exciting new platform that will bring a brand new level of transparency and accountability to the Arkansas State Capitol is Michael Rasmussen. The platform is called MyConstituents.ai. Mike, thanks so much for joining us. This is an incredible new platform. I know that there's nothing out there like it right now, and it is exciting to think that Arkansas has it. Out of all the states right now, Arkansas has it. Talk to us about it.
So I'm a CPA, and I basically watched the elections, and all I did was vote. I never participated. So after I saw what happened in 2020, I just was sick and saw something happen at night. So I'm a CPA tax. I'm in the tax side, and I in technology, and I said, well, I use artificial intelligence to read how taxing agencies go after small businesses. So I basically came up with, I need to learn the process. So I became a poll worker, learned how to do it. I teach at UCA as an adjunct. And I basically take AI that we were using to read the tax laws and by state and how they go after small business owners. And I take that same technology and read bills. That's what it was. But then I asked somebody through the process and said, well, do the legislators read the bills?
As we both laugh.
And you can take it from there.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I do. Well, sort of. Well, not really.
Yeah. And you were talking about when you were sitting in the gallery.
That's right.
One day.
Oh, okay. I literally for the last 3 years went across country, and one of the person I met with General Flynn, and he was challenging all of us as business owners to get off the couch and start participating. So I became a poll worker and got my $3.22 an hour, whatever it was. And I respect that, but I learned all about it. I documented, and then one thing was go to the gallery and watch them vote on bills. So I jump up there and I go to the gallery, and I'm like, I've never done this. I'm totally a fish out of water watching this thing, because that's not my gig. Now I vote, and they should be representing us as a constituent.
Yeah.
And I'm going, no. So I get up there, and at 11 o'clock, there were 34 bills. And in my back of my mind, I'm like, well, okay, they're good. I read bills all the time in tax law. And I look down there, 11 o'clock hits, and what do I see? I see on their iPads and phones, they're solitaire, Sudoku, goofing around,
scrolling,
doing this, checking email. And I went, there's no way they read the bills.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I just went and I asked an elected official after the whole thing was done when they were out of session. I just don't like to talk about the official, but it's been consistent now. And I went up there and just said, here's how the whole process works. Do you read the bills? And it was like, well, sort of. I mean, I read, some of them if I'm in committee. I mean, I read some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I went, no. So a week later, I brought back in my flip chart from teaching, and I said, all right, here's what we're going to do. So I said, I'm going to create a website or an app, and I'm going to sit on your shoulder when you vote. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find constituents, all of us in your district, and we're going to read the bill through AI, which is summarized, and then we're going to vote, and you will know how your constituents voted or felt about a bill. And it'll be that you and I can communicate, and you can give me feedback why you went against us or why you voted a certain way on a bill, and we'll have it for history.
When I went to the website, it's myconstituents.ai. It's this online feedback platform. I was completely blown away. I don't know what I was expecting. I was not expecting this. The data that is pulled in, it is from the ArcLeg website. And you mentioned it's every, 15 minutes?
15, 16 minutes.
15, 16 minutes. So as soon as a bill is filed, within 15 minutes, all of that data is there. And I'm just thinking for those of us, during whatever session it may be, we're constantly looking for bills that have been filed, and it can be cumbersome at times to track a bill through countless committees and then to see where it's going to go. And you're telling me that this website not only will pull the bill, summarize it for us, and then will track it for us through all of those committees.
We're only as perfect as the feed from the state.
Yeah.
So ArcLeg, we started in Arkansas, and it was an act of Congress to actually get the feed. And so it's not perfect.
Right.
Don't go to the site and go, oh, it's going to show this. Great. And but We pull from there and then we FOIA the data,
Yeah.
FOIA the voter roll.
Yeah.
And you just compare those two. You first go on and see where you are. I wasn't even registered as a Republican on the voter roll.
Wow.
It was like, and you find, so everybody logs in, and you basically check the voter roll first, and then we get the bills.
So so whenever you log in, and then you can also see, I can pull up my elected official in my county as well.
It automatically, once you log in as a
populates.
constituent, it populates all your history. Yes, all that.
And then talk to us then about how you're able to communicate.
So once you're on, the constituents log on and a separate login for your official. So the elected official can actually request surveys to their constituents in their district. So you have a place to create a question and they would see it. And I guess if they ignore you, you have stats. And that's what is not every elected official, like in Louisiana, that they have 1,000 people that are getting behind this. We're gonna do this first here. But basically they're like going, we want to elect candidates that are gonna be transparent and go, I read bills, and if I go against a bill, I listen to my constituents and then I sprinkle some information that I might have, just consider, here's why I voted for this bill.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
I think that this would be a really great tool for legislators as well, because it's a really neat way for them to log on and see, okay, well, how do my constituents feel about this?
That's right.
Does a platform at all weigh in on any leanings towards pieces of legislation?
Perfect question. So right now, AI is, if anybody uses, I'll say word, ChatGPT, the one thing, I own it, and so there's no bias or algorithms in the core platform. Does that make sense?
It does.
So you don't want to, so you have to actively pay a very small subscription to basically get that benefit. The other thing we don't do is we don't sell your data. So when we jump to the site, it's not going to be like Rumble or anything like that. There's no ads. That's bottom line what happens to it. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah.
So you go in, you look at a bill and you ask a question, it's gonna basically go after that bill and summarize it for you. For more money, we're working on next week, is you'll be able to say, I am looking at gun control. You can then search the ArcLeg database of all the legislation. And so then you draw a baseline. I'm a constituent. I want to know any new bill that's basically going to modify any prior gun control legislation, right?
Okay,
I don't have to search. I mean, I can be able to, and so if something comes up news, I can pay attention immediately and ask my elected official, are you involved in this bill? Who is involved in this bill?
Wow, that's incredible. So then, as far as elected officials, it's not only, say, our state, House, and Senate. I can then follow, say, congressional delegation.
So we went local.
Okay.
It's state, House, and Senate.
Okay.
Okay. Asked yesterday by someone who runs Republican committee, right, in Faulkner County.
Okay.
Can it do school boards? Can it do city councils? Yes, we'll build it there. Right now,
Yeah.
they go in session April 10th. And I'm going to all 100 districts to get 100 constituents in each district right now so that I can hand certain whatever, but I can hand that, basically they can start voting April 10th.
Okay.
So if we don't all disappear from the eclipse, we can all vote 2 days later.
Okay. So what would you say your hopes or goals are moving forward with the platform?
It should get to where every state has it, 100 million people, and I can hand it to anybody.
Can you imagine how that would change the political
All
landscape?
we have to do, and I tell people, I don't care what affiliation you are, but if you're changing something on something I'm passionate about, doesn't matter whether it's pro-life, gun control, whatever it is, I want to follow bills that impact my life at my kitchen table, right?
Yeah.
That's what I want to follow. So right now, what's happening is that if you're out there and you go against whatever the narrative is, they can pick people off one at a time. You can't pick us all off at 100 million people. You can't. We all stand up at once and now we're off the couch going, here's what's going on out there.
Yeah.
You get to vote, whether it's good or evil, or you get to vote. And now you get to have you're in direct communication with your official. We're not yelling at them. We just want to be involved and participate in the system. I couldn't as a small business owner.
Yeah, this app or this website allows people to really be involved in the process and then to let their voice
Right.
be heard in such a significant way. And at times, pieces of legislation can be so overwhelming.
It's like tax law.
Yeah. Forget it.
We use tools
Yeah.
to summarize tax law.
When you were building this and talking about it before it came to fruition, was there ever a moment that you received pushback from any elected officials or lobbyists or special interest groups who were saying, Mike, you do not need to do this. Do not go down this road.
So does pushback mean don't build it?
Uh-huh.
Okay, don't build it, don't build it. I'll say I was offered 100 grand, don't build it. And I know that people actually do that in shelf products. I'm in technology, I see what happens. So don't build it. Now it's like, oh my goodness, there's going to be how many constituents, Mike? 10,000? You're all going to be up in the gallery? Well, we better build a bigger boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, but not now. Now I'm meeting tonight with the elected official in my area, in my district, and I'm going, you're all over Rumble. You might want to, and he was even like, you really gonna do this?
Changes the game.
And you know, the big thing is I have a son who's 25, he's in media too. And I think when I wake up, I go, I really don't want to do this because I draw a lot of attention. But I then look at him and go, I've lived a good life.
Well, and
you know what?
Yeah.
We got kids or someone who knows a kid. And you know, if I have the ability to help people get off the couch and just vote on what's going on in the world, there's my Easter wish.
Yeah, knowledge is power.
Yeah.
Anything else that you want people to know? So the website is myconstituents.ai.
Yes.
What else do people need to know about it?
Be patient. People will say, does it do this? With enough money, yes.
You sound like you work for Conduit.
No, it's you got $5 grand for that?
Yeah.
No, it's just expensive.
Mm.
We don't sell your data and we don't have algorithms. So I'm doing everything I can to fight people off, to create a platform that let's build it up as fast as possible. Have you seen the movie Bugs Life?
Yeah.
What happened?
I haven't watched in a long time.
Grasshopper, what they would do, they would corner flick and beat him up and everything.
Yeah.
I can relate to that.
Yeah.
When they all lock arms and they go, okay, what are you all doing? When everyone figured out what was going on, they win.
Mm.
That's all we have to do in the country. At least whoever you vote for, we had 100 million people on the platform and we're able to and we all get a chance to vote of what everybody's doing in Washington, D.C. That's what I would hope happened. So they just need to if you go to the site, initially, I'm traveling all around the state like Paul Revere, and I'm finding 100 people that know 100 people so we can get 10,000 people on. It's when you have, and I've been told by legislators, you get 10,000 people, we have to pay attention.
Absolutely.
Okay, so 10,000, if that's not enough, I'll go get 100. At some point, you're gonna listen to constituents.
Well, thank you for the work that you're doing. This is a really exciting platform, and I can't wait to dig into it more, especially when it comes time for session.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.